some things are coming together as the alliance of the Oracules. Interstellar will ally himself with Zero against the one common threat. Yeah, that is the one. The anger I found is better you, although I only mostly is with you. Eden Zero, that's my last manga. Last week was Master Noah that appeared, and it turns out that Master Noah is actually shy about seeing girls in, well, sexy swimsuits. But it turns out, in a way, is that he is not really the one that truly saw things in the new world. Although he does confirm that when Shiki says that in the last one you put Rebecca in danger by using her as a decoy, he does says it's something he would do, meaning that even if he doesn't know what role he played in the previous universe, a lot of his personality in here is still there. So, a certain someone informed him, and he informed the others. And he introduces Saint Fire Knox, who is actually Rachel Knox, who is the director of operations for the Yukino Cosmos. She recognizes Rebecca and gets very happy. And she actually does remember everything as well, because she got the memories back. And also Connor is there as well, having also met up with Rachel and gotten the memories back. And she went straight to Rachel. So Rachel in this universe is working for the government in the side of the Yukino Cosmos. Then, well, sorry, just a little bit distracted. And they have directors now also in Kaidi Cosmos as well. So Rebecca does understand that even though they may get her memories back in a band and everything's like that, there are still some more dramas. So the directors of Aoi and Sakura and Yukino are here, but also who is the director of the Kaide? Well, in no one's surprise, it turns out it's Queen Elsie Leonard, Interstellar Union's army of director for the Kaide Cosmos. As we see Elsie now, as indeed confirmed, she is now a queen or a princess in this one. And just as I expected, she is the director of the Kaide Cosmos. Meaning all of the characters they met in the previous universes are all now connected to be the director. And Justice, or should we call him James, is actually the royal advisor, or maybe I should say knight, to Elsie. In another... Rachel asks if the shining stars are seen there, and they're confirmed. I have to say, Witch's swimsuit is still so sexy. So either way, so finally Jin asks what are the bigwigs doing in One Cosmos, and it's saying that they are the highest ranking officials of the Interstellar Union Army, and the Russia says Interstellar work under them as frontline leaders. And of course Elsie and Justice have a little hard time believing that she was a pirate and he was maniac hunting her. As we actually see that Hyuga and Hie are actually they are royal knights of Elsie, while of course Jesse and the other guy are also the knights of Prince James, as they consider this all to be very hilarious. Either way, they are informed that they are an organization that was formed against the threat of Cosmos, and there are one threat that are greater than anything else, and what is none other than the Eden's One. And as we are now confirmed that the Eden's One is collecting Mother's ether, and has now made its way all the way to the Yukino Cosmos. And they need the Eden Zero to help battle them, because their ship is the only one with the firepower apparently equal to combat the One. But Shikia says that they didn't even need to ask for their help, because they were gonna do that anyway, and they were gonna go to the Yukino Cosmos anyway, because, well, yeah, they have been in Kaide, Sakura, and Aoi, even if those were in the previous worlds, but they never went to Yukino, where Saint Fire Knox And also because Rachel believes she can help them aim them towards Mother, but she doesn't really want a daughter to get in the front line. But Rebecca says she has fought her whole life, so she is prepared to keep fighting, and the rest will be there. And so now with basically all the minor zigzag stories wrapped up, now we're heading towards the Yukino saga, and as well as the final confrontation with the Eden's One, and now it's the Yukino Cosmos. So, and Elsie does confirm that Mother Acnologia, or I'm sorry, God Acnoella is still her mother in this universe. But just like in the previous world, she went mad and now has no longer an heart and asks them to kill her. Which once again shows that just like the mad professor, some things do not really necessarily change. And so the Eden Zero heads out as the Russian says, just wonder, sitting back and wonder if they're going to what they're gonna do next, but they're gonna help everything else. And we actually finally see Andrew, who is actually also alive in this universe, cooking some food for everybody. And just like everything else, she and Andrew, Nadia and she are Nadia and Andrew are still together. Although in this universe, it actually wasn't that he ended up in a burning away in orbit and then was in orbit for 200 years. Actually, no. He ended up in a cold sleep for 200 years, which very likely stalled his aging until, he ended up here, and of course is reunited with Nadia, who is in their love. James and Elsie, well, they are together, apparently, as they're holding hands. Rachel and Connor are now together. The only one who's not really together is, Master Noah, as Eraser and Holy tease him about this. Makes you wonder if they are actually a thing. But yeah, that's basically this chapter. Sorry, it's kind of broken, and when I know not broken chapter, it's not a bad chapter at all. When I mean broken, it's broken up in so many different pieces that it's difficult to plaster. Also, I may not actually be in the most energetic of modes. But yeah, that's basically it. The Russians says Interstellars are gonna be allies this universe to help them battle against Eden's One and his armies. Because something tells me he must have an army, and not just the Galactica. So some heartwarming moments and some information. Give me your thoughts if you have any.